Alright, good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to be covering the Tier 9 Tech 3 Heavy Cruiser, the Ibuki. It's been asked for quite a fair amount. And I've of course played it a lot if you've been watching my streams. I've been playing it a bunch on stream. So I wanted to try cover it for Tech Trials, because I think I know what I can talk about the ship, I guess, nowadays. So anyway, if you want to see a different ship, do let me know in the comments below. But, let's get into it. So let's start off with the armor layout. It has a 25mm nose, 27mm side. We've got a 25mm aft, and then we have a 32mm lower deck and a 27mm upper deck, and we also have a 30mm side. So it's not the worst really. But then if we take a look at the internals here, you can see the citadel is pretty big. It sits really high, and well, you have to be really careful because it is quite big. It goes around the entire ship, right? So do be careful when it comes to the citadel on the Ibuki. But anyway, let's take a look at my commander build. I'm going to be running Grease the Gears, Gun Feeder, Priority Target, Superintendent, Survivability Expert, Concealment Expert, Adrenaline Rush, and Top Grade Gunner. In terms of my equipment, I'm going to be running Main Battery Mod 3, Concealment System Mod 1, Prop Mod 1, Aiming System Mod 1, Engine Room Protection, and Main Armaments Mod 1. For the Camouflage, I have the Perma Camo. I bought it for 200 doubloons. This is what it looks like. I think it looks great, and it's pretty cheap, so I wanted to get it. And then the alternate one looks like this, which also looks pretty good, to be honest. But I actually prefer the green, because it's a bit more, I don't know, maybe vibrant. But we'll be using the green for the video. And where can you find the Ibuki? It's in the tech tree. If we go down to the Zhao line, it's the tier 9 in the Zhao line, okay? So there it is. But anyway, I'm gonna cover the ship characteristics now, so if you want to skip to the game, you can totally do it in the chapters in the video. Anyway, so for survivability, we have 43,000 HP, which isn't too high for a heavy cruiser, but it's somewhat okay. 16% torpedo protection damage reduction. For our guns, we have 12-second reload, well, 12.1, that's with reload mode, 16.5 kilometer range. Normally on Zhao I do run range mode, but here I'm running reload mode. It has been actually quite good, the reload mode on the Ibuki. We have 34mm of pen, and we have 3.3k alpha damage with a 19% fire chance. Torpedoes, we have 16 torps, 10 km range, 67 knots, 21,000 damage, so not bad when you do hit them, but you must hit them, of course, which is sometimes a challenge for me, because I can't hit torps. Airstrike, you get, you get depth charge airstrike for sure, 4.2k damage each, 7 km range, pretty standard. AA defenses, honestly, they're not good, especially since I don't run DFA. Maybe if you did, maybe they're better, but they're not good AA at all without DFA. 36.8 knots, so not a slow ship at all. It goes quite fast, 770 meters, and 7.3 second rudder shift time. Pretty quick rudder shift time. Concealment is 9.9, so it's actually pretty good. Which you could actually conclude that top grade gunner isn't really worth it because of the concealment, but I mean, I run it just in case I have to get close. You can also run Fill the Tubes, or Extra Torp Damage, or Demo Expert if you wanted to, or Last Stand, I don't know. It's up to you. But right now I'm running Top Grade Gunner. But yeah, I think we should go into our game. Alright, so here we are on Crash Zone Alpha with the Ibuki. We have another Ibuki on our team, actually. And we're going to be going towards the decap, because, well, we spawned here. So for matchmaking, we have Yamato, Kremlin, Preußen, all things that overmatch me. Kearsarge, Odin, Yoshino, Des Moines, Aegir, Brindisi Tone, Kitakazi, and U190. So quite difficult matchmaking, one might say, but we're going to go north and see what we can do. Alright, so here we are in the match. This is a super unfortunate situation, because the USS Black is AFK. And their DD is contesting the decap, which means they're gonna get the decap for free, unfortunately. But we can't really do anything about it, because we only have one DD this game, and that is the Black, who is AFK. So we're just gonna angle away, we're gonna hydro. It is a Kitakazi here, We do have to be a bit careful. Oh, the black's here, I think. Yeah, he is. A bit late, but we'll see. Maybe we didn't lose too much. He should be able to get to the cap, radar the DD out, and take the cap for free. USS Black gameplay. I'm gonna go dark here because fighting Yoshino is not free, I guess. Especially in front of a Kearsarge Bryson. It'll be quite hard, actually. Yo, where are you going, man? Planes are coming to spot us, sadly, from the Kearsarge, which means Preußen will get a shot on us. Oh, Preußen shot someone else. Bless. But we can actually return fire on him. We don't have a long time with spotter plane left. So we're gonna get like 2 salvos on this Preußen. Then we're gonna have to at least go dark and get closer, because we are not close enough to actually be in range. Because our range, remember, is 16.5 without spotter plane. We'll work on it, we'll work on it. There's the Kearsarge shot, there's a Preußen shot, the Yoshino shot. Everyone shoot the Ibuki, because it is squishy. But I will angle away, walk away slowly. Yoshino takes half his HP, not bad. We also get 4k and a fire. He's gonna DCP that fire, so it's not gonna burn. 5 seconds till I go dark, but Preußen gets a shot right before I go dark. There it is. Okay, we should be able to live. Yep. And now I guess we'll turn around and get closer again. Pretty much what we have to be doing. But I think we can get way more closer now, because we do have a destroyer screening for us. Before we didn't, now we do. So definitely can play a bit more aggressive now. Alright, the Kearsarge activated planes, so we can actually open up on him, because he's not going to be shooting us, even though he's right there. See, he's on aircraft mode. I'll put some damage on him. It's a slow process, but when you stack these fires, the damage output can be pretty good. And the only reason we're on low damage right now is, well, we weren't in range for pretty much the entire time. And if we were in range, most of the time they were unspotted. So now we're actually in range and they are permanently spotted. So we should be able to take some damage on these two. So it's going to be quite nice. It's all about that fire stacking. And of course the Japanese have decent HE, but it's mostly the fires, right? From the HE is what you're looking for. Because you can get some quick damage, like, and for Ibuki you don't have to be averaging like a big amount. Like if you're averaging around 110,000 or 105,000, like it's really good like that. So you don't have to average a lot. And when you're in tier 10 matchmaking, that's not a lot of damage you have to get on someone. That's pretty much one Preußen. So of course there's gonna be other people to shoot it, right? But it shouldn't be that hard to actually do 100k, 109k, etc. So we're going on this Preußen. The Preußen is definitely dead to our USS Black Torps. He's definitely 100% dead. We'll get one more salvo off before he dies. Hopefully we can get some damage on him before he dies. Just as extra damage. We're gonna switch to the Kearsarge. Kearsarge is going broadside to my Ohio gang. Wait. Okay, no. I thought GK was gonna live. He's not gonna live, dude. Wait. What if? Yo! He dodged a super slow USS Black Torps, but he dies anyway instantly. Because he had to be forced broadside to the Ohio because of the Torps. Dropped to 68,000 damage, which isn't too good. We do want more damage. So how are we gonna do that? Well, we're gonna be farming the Kearsarge. Now you guys could be wondering, what's the point of Ibuki, right? Well, it's a... Well, there's not much point to it compared to, for example, like a Drake or something. Or a San Louis. And I covered San Louis in the last tech trials. If you do want me to cover Drake, I can totally cover it in the next one. But it's mostly just like another damage farmer. Of course, it has really good concealment, so you could see one of the strengths being you can get really close without being spotted, and that is true. You can get quite close with the Ibuki without getting spotted, and if you're, for example, in a division with a destroyer player, you can use his smoke, for example, to your advantage and help him kill destroyers. Speaking of which, one right here. Remember, our arcs are really bad on the Ibuki. So we need to be quite close to actually hit DDs effectively. But let's say you're with your div mate. You can get quite close with the smoke, because he is going to smoke you up. Because he's your div mate, for example. And, well, you can get really close to the DDs. He can spot them for you, and you can output the damage on the DDs to help your div mate kill them, etc. But that's with a div mate. I wouldn't do that in randoms. Like, okay, it's happening right now, but you can't just trust random players all the time. Like here, we didn't even ask him for smoke because it's you know, not something I expect from people. Like, good thing he smoked there. But so did the Kitagazi. The Kitagazi also smoked in radar, which is weird. But it's okay. There's a lot of damage left on the south. So even though we have only 78k damage right now, there's damage down south. Sadly, we can't chase down the Yoshino because we're not fast enough. I mean, we are faster than him, I think, but we're gonna go straight south because that's where the damage is. So I'll just skip to there now. Alright, we're in damage range, I think. We don't want to open up yet because we're not at a good angle. So what we're gonna do is turn away. Reverse at them. It's the only way. It's not the only way, but it's the safest way. And even though there's not a lot of time left in the game, we don't want to be just dying instantly. That's something that's very important. That maybe a lot of you don't know about, but you being alive is way more useful than you being dead. Sure, there are moments where I have said, and other people, other good players have said a lot, even I still say to this day, is when it's the end of the game and you're guaranteed gonna win the game or you're guaranteed gonna lose the game, and it doesn't matter if you live or not, and you're 100% sure your life won't matter because it ends in 10 seconds or something, you know, that point you can suicide for damage. Or if you're 100% gonna lose, like you're 900 points versus 100 or something, and you're guaranteed gonna lose, there's no point to not die and get extra damage. But in a situation where there's 5 minutes left in the game, it's not worth suiciding for damage. For one, their team could actually come back, which I don't think is gonna happen this game. But their team could come back here. But that's not really the main reason. It's mostly because if you live those entire 5 minutes, you're probably going to get more damage than just running it down and suiciding instantly, right? So keep that in mind. There are some moments where you can suicide for damage, but honestly, guys, if you're maybe not confident into what's happening in the match and you don't know the game that much, I would never suicide for damage, because maybe you're not sure if you're gonna win the game or not. But if you're 100% sure, like me and my friends are normally, you can effectively suicide for damage. But, you know, if you don't know or don't understand everything or the mechanics, please don't suicide for damage. It's not good if you don't know what's going on. So the Brindisi is on our broadside, which is gonna create giga stress for us. We are at a garbage angle. But I'm too lazy to re-angle and flip my turrets the other way. Plus, there's only 1 minute 49 seconds left, sadly. Kremlin is DCPing one of my fire every time, which really sucks. Also, the Odin is helping him push him out of the way of my torps. I don't think they actually were in range anyway, to be honest. It is what it is. Don't kill me! Woo! Alright, there you go, guys. Squishy Ibuki. Shown live preview. There you go. Can I actually get this torp on that Odin, please? We got a permafire and a Kremlin. And these are Brindisi torps. Or Yoshino torps. Whatever they are, they do kill me if one of them hits me. Can I live, please? No, I will end up dying. No, please. I live. Because Ibuki is crazy strong. The torps weren't in range on the Odin. And it is what it is. We're up to 120,000. No kills. Sadly, pretty ugly game. The fact that we have no kills. But it's okay. It is what it is. we can't... I don't think we can create a kill out of thin air here. Maybe on the Kremlin, but... He did DCP, so we could actually light a permafire on him. And that could burn him down quite a fair amount. So let's try. To angle to them. No fires, of course, when we need them most. Okay, it's okay. Under 24,000. Pretty average game, I must say. Not a special game, I'm sorry to disappoint. But sometimes with live commentary games, this is what's going to happen. We're going to get pretty average standard games. So, it's kind of okay, I guess. If I get a second fire, this guy burns out, by the way. Please don't kill me, please. Oh my gosh, I'm the luckiest Ibuki player on EU region. The question is, can we actually end up killing the Kremlin to get the Kremlin kill? I will end up dying here, of course. But I do die as well myself. But I got the kill, which I really wanted. Because otherwise the game would look really ugly without one kill, guys. But we ended up getting 139,000 damage, which is pretty decent in a tier 10 game. But let's go take a look at our score. Alright, so we ended up doing 139,000 damage, 1 kill, 8 fires in the Ibuki. Team score, we ended up getting 3rd place, only topped by our Zhao, which we will compliment, and our Ohio, which we will compliment. Good job to them. I think they got pretty good achievements here. Dreadnought Fireproof and Wither. Not bad, pretty good. In terms of detailed report, we ended up getting 139,000 damage, all from HE. We're pretty much fighting angled ships and angled battleships for the most part. So you do need to be using this HE because it does output a fair amount of damage. And credits and XP, 267,000 credits, 7k XP, 800 free XP, and 9.2k commander XP. And for my commander build, once again, I have Gun Feeder, Grease the Gears, Priority Target, Superintendent, Survivability Expert, Concealment Expert, Adrenaline Rush, and To Upgrade Gunner. And then for my equipment, I have Main Battery Mod 3, Concealment System Mod 1, Prop Mod 1, Aiming System Mod 1, Engine Room Protection, and Main Armaments Mod 1. And of course, that's pretty much my build. Pretty good ship overall. I can show you my statistics if you would like. If I go find them, which are in summary, and then we have to scroll down to tier 9, Ibuki. Where to find one. Now it's gonna be really hard to find because I can't find them really quickly. I'm sure you guys already saw it 10 times, but I have not seen it. I can't find it. Yeah, I found it. Alright, so I've played 25 games in the Ibuki, 72% win rate, 113k average damage, slowly going up with the average, but pretty decent ship overall. I'm actually quite enjoying this ship. I've played it so far this month, at least most of my games I've played them this month. Like in the past week actually, and I have to say I've been enjoying my experience in the Ibuki. It's surprising because everyone I've talked to, especially like other people like I know, have said Ibuki sucks. Ibuki sucks. It's garbage. You know, it's not good. Like it's not crazy. It's not like a ship you should compare to like a Saint Louis or something in terms of damage output or something, or a Drake. But it's actually not that bad. Like I've been enjoying it quite a fair amount. I must say I'm very surprised. It's just, I'm surprised because, well, most people who I've talked to said it's really bad. And I have to say, it's not that bad. And, you know, I'm not like a person who enjoys Zhao too much. But the Ibuki, I have to say I've been enjoying it quite a fair amount. So I might be trying the Zhao again. And maybe I'll be enjoying it a bit more after playing Ibuki, potentially. But I have to say I've been enjoying the Ibuki quite a fair amount, to be honest, guys. But that's pretty much the Ibuki. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to know how to find the Ibuki, it's in tier 9, tech 3 for the Zhao, guys. It's right here. I reset my Harugumo line. I do normally have Harugumo, but I just reset it for the Research Bureau points. Yeah. The Ibuki is quite good. The Ibuki, yeah. The Ibuki is quite good. I have to say, I have enjoyed my experience in it so far. I must say, though, for you, those of you guys, it's not an easy ship to play. It's quite a challenging ship to play, but if you're good at the game, I think you can do quite a fair amount of damage in it, and you can do quite a fair amount of, well, influence on the game, because you're a tier 9 cruiser. If you have a decent amount of influence in a tier 10 game, well, you're kind of pulling your weight, and that's kind of okay. I have to say, I've been preferring tier 9 matchmaking recently over tier 10, just because I guess in tier 9 you get 5 battleship matchmaking. In tier 10 you seem to get 2 battleship matchmaking. And then when you play super ships, you get 5 battleship matchmaking again. So I'm not sure what's going on with tier 10 right now. But for me, playing tier 9, you get 5 battleship matchmaking guaranteed again, which is pretty much how it was a year and a half ago, so not too bad. But that's pretty much the Ibuki, guys. I have enjoyed my experience in it so far. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like or a subscription to the channel, because we're so close to 10,000 subscribers. Please, I would really appreciate it, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Big fan.